Haley McKelvey, a seasoned realtor at Big Fish Real Estate, known for her exceptional dedication and commitment to her clients' real estate success. With a proven track record of delivering results, Haley brings a combination of expertise and enthusiasm to every transaction. Whether you're buying or selling, trust Haley McKelvey to exceed your expectations and guide you through a seamless and rewarding real estate journey. Contact Haley McKelvey today and experience the difference of working with a true professional in the industry.
Yeah. Hey everybody, welcome to the Tigers Den. We're here at Miller's on Broadnax, and Josh, I had the boneless wings tonight again with a side salad.
I did too, man.
Oh, you did too? That's
yeah,
right. That's
I did.
right. Never can go wrong getting that. The Chipotle mango is one of my favorite sauces. Yeah, I really like it. Yeah, it's a little sweetness, got just a tad kick.
Yeah.
So I like spicy foods, so that was good. So y'all come on down here at Miller's and get you a nice lunch or a dinner on the days that he's open. So tonight, Josh, we got a great program, great show for you tonight. We got our DHS band here tonight with us. We're going to sit down and, well, we're actually going to hear them play, and we're going to sit down and talk with them on the couch and kind of see what they got going on. We also got Coach Beverly Barron from the volleyball team who just played tonight. So she's going to sit down and talk with Josh here in a little bit. And we got Coach Harrison going to join us tonight.
Yeah,
so excited about Coach Harrison. Coach Harrison and Josh played together, so
played a little ball
back in the day. That's right. That's what Rick Burgess said.
That's right.
Play a little ball back in the day. So we're glad you joined us tonight. So we'll be right back, and we're going to let the band play for you real quick.
2, ready, and...
Lake Martin Creamery is your go-to spot for cones, shakes, blasts, sundaes, ice cream cakes, hot dogs, and more. Stop by and see us at the coolest place at the lake, where we put the cuss in custard. Located at the corner of Highway 49 and County Road 34, around the corner from Lake Martin Pizza.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. DTN here at Miller's on Broadnax. This segment's brought to you by Russell Do-It Center. We got one right here in Dayville on Fulton Street. Man, for all your home improvement needs, go see Russell Do-It Center. They got 9 different locations. So go see them. They'll cut you a good deal. All right, tell them Clint McKelvey sent you. All right, so right now we're gonna talk to Coach Matt Harrison. Matt, thanks for coming, buddy.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Old teammate of mine, man. We had some good times, had some good years on the football field together. Matt, man, we're glad you're back in town, dude.
I'm excited to be back in town.
That's great, dude. So, like you said, you're excited. Man, tell us about that transition, how you got back here, man.
So, I was coaching in South Carolina, in Fort Mill, South Carolina for Nation Ford. And Coach McKelvey, Chad, called me up, and me and my wife have been wanting a change, and she said that she asked that I would get the position that would be right for me, and she said she didn't make it specific, and then it turned out, and then Chad called me up and said, hey, I'd like you to come back and coach my D-line and do my strength and conditioning, and so I said I'll have to talk to Diane, and she goes, I knew it'd be Dave. I should have been more specific. And she said, if you want to go, I'll support you. And so I called Chad up the next day and I said, I'm in. And I think in early March, I came down here and they got me hired on as an aide for PE. And I started doing the strength and conditioning then, and it was all she wrote.
That's right, man. Good. I'm so glad, dude. I know I saw you during baseball season last year. And I was like, what's Matt doing here? And I was like, you back? And he said, I'm back, baby. So, man, we're excited. Strength and conditioning. Matt, can you talk a little bit about your philosophy on on how to get these kids stronger?
So my whole philosophy in strength and conditioning is time under tension. So it doesn't matter what you do. So anytime you work out, it doesn't matter if you do 3 sets, 5 sets, 10 sets. The last reps are the ones that everybody tries to go to failure. My philosophy is to do the quickest under failure in the least amount of time, so you don't wear and tear, and you build more strength. Like, for instance, all our kids have grown up in probably bench press 25, 30 pounds, squat 50 pounds. Jay Burns, for instance, I just tell you, I just brag on Jay. He's been working really hard in the weight room. He's been working hard on the field. But today he bench pressed 225 for 9 times. He's never done that before.
Well, we're 4 games into the season.
Yeah, we're still gaining strength.
Right.
We're not in keep it mode. We're in building strength. You know, Benton earlier, he's gotten a lot thicker and a lot bigger. He's a little stubborn at times on the football field. Don't want to listen. Gets a winging in it sometimes. But he's a strong. But they're all getting stronger each week. Gabe came up and told me he did 275 for 9.
Wow.
He's never gotten that high. Key's doing 275 for 9. So now they're about to add weight, because my rule is once you have to get to 5 every set. So if you lift, so we go to failure, 1 set failure right now. So you lift. If you only get 3, you reset it, wait 5 seconds. It's kind of like a rest pause, and then you got to get the last 2. And no matter, you got to get to 5. But once you get to 9, you add weight.
Right. Wow.
So it brings you back down, and we've gotten a lot stronger and a lot thicker. So
well, that's good.
I've seen the impression, and our conditioning. If you notice, we don't cramp.
Right.
We have small cramps, and it's also because a lot of our kids play both ways.
Right.
But our big kids don't cramp. With your smaller guys, they're going to cramp a little more than your big kids. But we're not getting even that. You know, Jay and them are cramping, but they're back on their feet within a play or 2.
I have noticed that, man. It's been great. You know, that's one thing going back a long time. We've always took pride in our strength and conditioning at Dadeville, and man, it's good to hear that you've brought in a new niche too to even expand that even more, man. That's exciting. So you're also the defensive line coach, right? And I know you're a great defensive tackle here at Dadeville. Back your senior year was 94 season. 93 season, that's right. And my senior year was 94. And man, we had great teams back then too. Man, can you talk about some of your philosophy with defensive line?
Yeah. So my philosophy. So my mentor was Mike Dubose that coached at Alabama. I was coached under him. I was played under him. I really researched what he did, and it's all about getting extension, 2-gapping. Unless we're slanting, then we 1-gap the one that we're in. But it's all about reading the feed and understanding what a offensive lineman can do and what they're going to do. Understanding the system. I mean, the plays whatever the down and distance are. That what you need to do.
Situational awareness.
And using your hands.
Right.
Instead of just running, slap in, getting your hands on the offensive lineman. And once he tells you where the play's going, get rid of him and get to the ball.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's one thing I've noticed, man. Especially Clint and I were watching some of the film of the earlier games too. And we were impressed with the defensive line play for the most part, for sure, as their situational awareness, how they were able to extend plays to the outside. I mean, nobody's really exploited our outside. Right. So, I mean, they're doing their job by working down the line. They're recognizing what's happening. Just the only thing, little undersized this year,
undersized and not enough players,
Right. Yeah,
we're only down. We got like 40 players. They practice hard. All 40 of them work hard. I'm proud to coach each and every one of them. But you got some kids that are so young that right now you're just trying to teach them, and you hope that by the end of the season that they're coming along.
Well, you also want to keep them too. Right. You don't want to beat them over the head, and you don't want to demoralize either. So man, we stay very close to the cuff with what's going on with the team, with the coaching, and I know that y'all are doing a fantastic job. Y'all are coaching y'all's guts out, man. So,
well, anytime that you have a man like Chad McKelvey at your helm, you know, just the kind of man he is, and,
absolutely,
and what he represents, and that he's all in it for the boys. You know, I've never been a part of a program that tries to feed them every chance he gets, to try to take care of them. You know, like today he got somebody in the community. Good Lord. Brain just went south.
That's okay.
They bought him Chick-fil-A.
I got you.
For after practice.
That's great,
and he does that 2 or 3 times a week. This weekend we're gonna have a fish fry at his house. Awesome. He brings them over. I mean, he's making this, trying to make it more of a family, a more of a community, right. And he's doing a great job. And these kids don't know how well they've got it, right. how special they got it. That a guy that's willing. You know, he didn't really have to do that. He could have stayed doing what he was doing. Right.
You know, one of the things I said, I had a post on DTN the other day. You know, I went to the FCA. You were there too, right. The FCA meeting, and his speech it touched my heart, man. And right. You know, I get a little emotional when I see men of God unashamed to share the gospel of Jesus right. Christ. You know, and especially a football coach, you know, and the stigma of a football coach may be, you know, we had a good one, Coach Baker. Oh, yeah. He was unashamed too, you know, but where the stigma of a football coach is not that, right? You know, and to see him do that, man, and for y'all to, I think everybody on the coaching staff is pretty much on the same page as far as that goes too. Right. And man, it's just really awesome to see. And I said, I don't care if we ever win another football or baseball game ever again, as long as we have men like that leading our children, right. You know, but the wins will come. Yeah, they'll come
because the kids are working hard. You have kids out there working, playing both ways, going both ways. You know, these last couple of weeks, our starting offensive linemen that don't play on defense go against those, and the starting defensive linemen that don't play on offense go against the start. I mean, so you have them working all the time, right? And the younger kids are getting better, and they're understanding that you may not get it's not like rec league. Right. You got to earn your position. You got to earn your playing time. And on top of that, there's sometimes you don't want to put a kid in that might get hurt because you know that they're going to develop into something. Right. And you don't want to put them in there and sort of break that stinger.
Yeah, exactly. Well, man, Matt, I appreciate you spending time with us here. And is there anything you got to say to Davil Tiger Nation?
Just come out and support us and understand that you know, this is a slow process. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon, and everything we do is to build the community and to teach these boys how to be young men.
All right, thank you, brother. Love you, man.
Appreciate it. Love you too.
All right.
Are you looking for a reliable and experienced laser engraving and cutting service? Look no further than AMJ Laser Works. With top-of-the-line equipment, we can bring your ideas to life with precision and perfection. Contact Chris Martin today to see how he can help with all of your laser cutting and engraving needs.
My name is Janaya. I play trombone. I'm the brass captain.
My name is Aiden Ford, and I'm the band captain. I play trumpet.
My name is Mary Gold, and I'm drum major.
My name is Banana Turner, and I play clarinet, and I'm the woodwind captain.
My name is Lillian Turner, and I'm the flute section leader.
I'm Sarah Jackson. I'm feature twirler, and I'm auxiliary captain.
Tell us now, what are some of your favorite things about being in the band?
I will say that my favorite thing about being in band is how it's just like a family and how it's just so enjoyable, especially when you go to competitions and you're meeting other band members and just hanging out with your friends and stuff like that.
My favorite thing about band is the music we get to play and our people in it, all my people.
My favorite thing about being in band is Friday Night Lights. We love going to perform for halftime.
I would have to say my favorite thing about the band is just the atmosphere and the dynamics with everybody. We love performing and supporting our DTN Tigers. So yeah, just the family like atmosphere and how much support we get from the community. I definitely really love that DTN does that for our band.
My favorite thing about the band is meeting new people and enjoying the games on Friday nights and going to pet rallies and all that, just playing and having fun.
Speaking of Friday night, let's talk about that. What are some aspects? Y'all talked about some of them, but what are some other aspects about Friday night that you love the best?
I would definitely have to say being in the stands. That's a really exciting moment, not just for me, but I feel like for everybody, because just something about being in the stands and not just getting to cheer our team on, but also playing and everybody's loud and being connected with the cheerleaders. I feel like that's one of the best things is about Friday nights is being in the stands and just kind of all being together and playing and cheering on the football team.
I like performing on the field. Um, During halftime, and I like watching other bands perform. Just see who's better. Most of the time we're better.
I think the best part about it is being in the stands because we get to be really loud and cheer with the cheerleaders.
I would have to side with that, but I also like love just being able to um, just perform with people that I've grown up with and to learn to love, and just being able to see what we're capable of and how we put that on the field, and just being able to put ourselves out there.
One of my favorite things about Friday nights would definitely have to be marching into the stadium. It's kind of just marks like the beginning of the game. The whole crowd's watching, and it just gets you excited for kickoff and going into pregame and the run through. So I would definitely have to say that marching in is my favorite aspect of Friday nights.
All right, guys, what's your favorite song to play on Friday nights?
This might be an unpopular opinion, but I think Bone Crusher.
Oh, yeah.
That is a stand tune where we chant in the middle of the stand tune, and I feel like not only does the band get really into it, but also like the cheerleaders, and sometimes you can see the football players look back. So I definitely say Bone Crusher is my favorite stand tune we play.
My favorite stand tune since seventh grade was B Squared. Down and Dirty. It's pretty good song.
My favorite stand tune is Word Up because I'm the main character in Word Up.
My favorite stand tune has to be Talking Out the Side of Your Neck. Like, I just like that. I don't know. I just like playing that one. That's my favorite.
I would say mine is Mobamba because I love playing high notes on my piccolo, and it's just a lot of fun.
This isn't a stand tunes, but my favorite show song this year is Devil Went Down to Georgia because I get to twirl fire. So it's super exciting.
We get it. Easy isn't always easy. A simple paint job turns into drywall quick. At Russell Do-It Center at Building Supply, we got you covered. With 9 locations across central Alabama, contractors and do-it-yourselfers can trust we have your back. Our experienced staff is here to be the voice of reason when projects get tough. Whether online or in-store, shop all the best brands with our Best Rewards loyalty program. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, local since 1984.
All right, welcome back to DTN here at Miller's on Broadnax. This segment's brought to you by Miller's on Broadnax. Come down here and get you some fine food, some Southern cuisine. There's nothing on the menu that you won't like, I promise. Ain't that right?
It's pretty good.
All right, so this is our focus of tonight is Coach Beverly Barron. All right, and I'll tell you what, she came in here this year as our volleyball coach, and she replaced Coach T. Coach T took over a program that was a little diminished. He did what he could do. He he actually kind of instilled some things with those girls. I think some work ethic. And then you took over the helm, and we are seeing some great results. So welcome, Coach Beverly.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Yeah. So I'll just get right off the bat. How would you describe your coaching style?
I really try to stay positive, and I'm old school, so I stick to the basics, the fundamentals. Once those go into long-term memory and the girls are performing those fundamentals without a second of a doubt, then we start progressing on to a little more advanced stuff.
That's good. Yeah. I mean, yeah, fundamentals is where it's at. That's where everything starts, right?
Yes.
So, so what methods do you use to motivate your players?
Try to do a lot of positive. This day and age with the athletes we're raising, it's not only a skill set, it's also a mindset. So I really try to stay positive. So yes, I'm working on the skills at one time, but I also have to work on the mental capacity at the same time.
Exactly.
To try to build the total athlete.
Right.
Because in the end, they're going to become global citizens, and we want them to go out and prosper. And when they face adversity in the real world, they'll learn the lessons they've learned on the volleyball court or any sport.
That's right.
And they'll be able to take it in stride and be successful.
You know, we were talking a little bit about that earlier.
Yes,
you get so worried about some of the generation of today that, will they be able to cope and be able to, deal with adversity in their life?
Yes,
sports is something that helps kids do that, I believe.
Right. And coaching has morphed over the years. And every once in a while, when I get frustrated, I revert back to that old school coach who likes to yell and scream and vent. And I have to catch myself every once in a while and go, okay, that's not working. Okay, this is not 20 years ago.
Right.
Okay. So, yeah. So coaches also have to evolve.
So what are some of the main areas of focus during practices? I know we talked about, the basics and stuff like that.
Yeah, the basics. For our girls right now, we're trying to hit with power, trying to get our serves in. So this is all aggressive offensive maneuvers. And so that's what we're working on right now. Dadeville has been blessed with some very athletic girls, and they can fly. And so they can get to the ball defensively. I'm not worried as much yet. But right now, volleyball is a game of offense and controlling that net. And once we start hitting with power and we can spot those hits where we want them to go, kind of control it, we'll be unstoppable.
I love the game of volleyball because, it's not just about getting the ball over the net.
No. It's a chess match.
That's right.
If I do this, you're doing this.
That's right. It's strategy. There's fake outs. There's all kinds of stuff that you can do. I love watching it too. I think what was the two beach volleyball girls that won so many golds?
Oh yes. And they were older. They went. Oh yeah, I can see them. I can think of their name.
Trainer. Well, anyway, I loved watching those girls because they got after it, and I think she had the one that she almost frogged the ball.
Yes.
That she could, and it was a fake out because she went up like she was going to, and then it just boot and
hit it.
It'd go or direct it.
Yes.
And I love that kind of stuff. It's really
we're not
good.
quite there yet, but we're coming.
Right.
Just hold on. We're coming. We're coming.
Well, already we're seeing the fruits of your labor. We're definitely. We're in the win column this year.
Right.
Several times. So we're doing great.
And I can't take all the credit. We have a staff. We have Kayla Davis that has come in, and she's really fantastic with skills and hitting and that kind of thing. And then Jill Childers has come in, and she's a great motivator.
Right.
And she has learned this game so quick. She really has. And she's like, now they're doing this and they're doing this. So she's picked up on all the strategy.
But she can also be the bad cop, right?
Yeah, she can be bad cop too, but in my heart, she's always a good cop. Yeah. And then we have Coach Taylor coming in, and the girls are doing conditioning.
Oh, yeah.
And he treats them just like he treats the boys.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, Coach Taylor is one of my favorites, because he genuinely cares about every single one of those kids.
Absolutely, he does.
No matter who they are, where they came from, he is just genuinely cares about those kids, and he knows that, hey, life's tough, so we got to do some tough things to get you going. And,
absolutely.
Man, I really love him to death.
He's a tremendous asset.
What a great
to our
addition
program.
to your staff.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
So, how do you plan to address skill development for both new and experienced players?
So I treat them all as new players,
right? Okay.
Because of what's gone on in the past. And we're learning each game. We're collecting data and we're looking at what we need to work on.
Right.
But I'm bringing in the experts. This summer we had a young lady that had played college ball. She had coached University of West Florida. Julie Matthews is her name. She used to do a travel ball club in Montgomery. Not only does she know the game, she has contacts, and she brought in some young girls to show the girls basic skills, which I'm getting kind of old. I struggle with doing. So we got Julie coming in, and she's going to come in again in December for another skills
Great.
camp. I need to get them to the universities now. I need to get them to like a teen camp. So
awesome.
I'm going to defer to the experts. Yeah, I am. And I'll be honest with you, Coach Kayla and I, we sit up at night sending each other TikToks. Look at this drill. Look at this drill. And you know, it's funny, but that real world, like what are experts teaching their girls right now, we're teaching our girls right now.
Awesome.
So before in the past coaching, we were inventing drills to do. And now I can watch a 30-second TikTok and implement it that day. And it is fabulous.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that is
really
fabulous. It's real world. Yes.
That really is. So, you know, basically, you coming into season, there's no such thing as a starter at the beginning of the season.
No, never. So, congratulations on making the team. Now earn your spot on the floor.
There you go.
Yeah, and that's a bitter pill to swallow because some of the older girls think they've earned the right and the privilege to be on the floor. It doesn't work that way because the girls figure out real quick who's hot, who's not.
Right.
And they want the girls. So we've had to learn this year to cheer for each other.
There you go.
And that's a hard one to take when you want to be on the floor too.
There's nothing wrong with a little healthy competition within a program.
Right.
So I believe that it makes everybody better.
Right. In the end, it will. Yes.
That's right. So, so what do you expect from each player in terms of commitment and participation?
I just want them to keep trying, keep giving me 110%. Just don't quit. I don't ask for perfection. When I teach a skill, we keep practicing it. And then you'll see me sometimes and I'll say, try this during the game. And they'll go, no. And I'm like, what's it going to hurt? Like, it's a game. So I tell my girls that all the games up until that area turn is dress rehearsal.
Yeah.
So this is the time to be trying to do something new that we've just implemented. And they get a little nervous. I just want them to keep trying. Don't give up hope. We just play till they blow the whistle.
Great. That's a good attitude. So, Coach, how do you prepare the team for matches, and what strategies do you emphasize?
The biggest strategy of all, and I guess it's all across all teams, because the University of Alabama coach told me this at our rules clinic, communication. That has to be the biggest.
Man.
If they're talking to each other on the floor, it is just poetry in motion. And when they don't talk, it looks like we've never seen a volleyball before.
It falls apart.
So the strategy is always to communicate with your teammates. And we found out through some research recently that girls have to build relationships before they'll fight with each other. Well, boys will build that relationship as they fight with, like the football team, they build their relationship as they keep fighting through. But girls have to be friends first.
That's right.
Okay. And so that's the part we're working on. That's the strategy. Like,
that's
treat your volleyball player teammate like a sister or best friend. Always have their back.
Yeah, boys, they can beat each other up and the next day be best friends.
Best friends, yes. Girls aren't wired that way.
That's right. So what kind of team culture are you aiming to build, and how can players contribute to that?
I guess for a team culture, we just want to keep it positive. Everybody's going to have a good day and there's going to have a bad day. And how can they contribute is don't be afraid to applaud their teammates' success.
Right.
And don't be afraid to take ownership. You hit a bad ball, you'll see my girls sometimes they'll go, that was my fault.
Right.
And it's okay. The biggest thing I'm finding out is just let it roll. Okay, so you hit a bad ball, everybody's going to hit a bad ball.
That's right.
Let it go. We got another point coming up.
That's right.
So that's the culture. Just keep trying, 110%.
And the thing about volleyball too is there's not a hole that you can't dig yourself out of in volleyball.
Right, absolutely.
I'm telling you.
And we've seen JV do this twice now, 2 occasions.
Just get on some runs that are crazy.
Yes, they were down by 8 points the other day
That's
and
right.
battled back.
I know.
So it's I see it coming, and I think my biggest downfall is being patient.
Well, you just want them to go ahead and take care of business first and not dig themselves in that hole. But that shows resilience too, and like you saying, hey, the future's bright too.
Yes,
so.
and it is the ebb and flow. And I told him, I said, we're going to turn this corner when we beat somebody we're not supposed to.
That's right.
And I thought it was going to be tonight. Oh, I wanted it to be tonight, but it's okay. It's coming. I feel it. I can see it. I see it in practice. When they believe it in their heart, it'll happen.
Right. That Lee Scott, they're basically a travel ball team, right?
They're
They play
very well coached
year round.
and they're good. I mean, they're very well coached. But the girls get a little intimidated sometimes, but they don't need to be. Not anymore.
No.
They have the skills. They can compete.
Yep. Take the bull by the horns.
That's right. Let's go. Yes.
So how do you determine player positions and roles on the team?
Well, you would struggle with that a lot. That kept me up a lot this summer and, the beginning of the school year, because our girls are basically utility players. When I talked to the coaches at Alabama, and she brought home this point, and we've seen it when I've coached softball and other sports. You may be a pitcher in high school, but when you go on to the next level, now you're third base. That happened with my daughter. She was a pitcher in high school, and then she went to college and played ball, third baseman. So what I want to do with all the girls is make sure they can do everything on the floor. Whatever the coach needs, that girl can jump up and say, put me in, coach, I'm ready. I can do that.
Jack of all trades.
Yes, absolutely. Utility players,
Hey, that's great. So what protocols do you have in place for managing injuries and ensuring player safety?
So for player safety, we're all trained. And, we're trained at the beginning of the year to look for different signs and that kind of thing. And for volleyball, we look out for concussions and sprains. So we're hyper worried about that. I always ask them, how are you doing? Do you feel okay? When they hit the floor hard, you'll see me. I'll be like, are you okay? I get really loud. But then we also have an athletic trainer, Coach Eric. Finley comes in, and I text him and say, hey, come look at this girl. And the girl's like, I'm fine. The Dadeville girls never want to tell me that they're hurt and they need to come out. And I think it's Coach Jill's fault. But they never want to say, I'm hurt, I need to come out.
Right.
And no, that's not how it works. If I think they're hurt, I need to. There's this bigger picture here, bigger picture. So.
Well, you want them next year.
Yes.
And also,
always.
You don't want any life-altering things after sports either. So.
And a big thing we're getting into this year is nutrition. How are you eating? What are you eating? Is that contributing? Is that, we got a hold of a bunch of sweets the other day and we kind of went crash. And I said, lesson learned,
Well, I noticed Grace, my daughter, she, by the way, that's her favorite sport is volleyball.
Oh, great.
She loves basketball and loves softball, but volleyball is definitely her favorite sport. And notice she shucked a few pounds since volleyball started.
She got Coach Taylor. Taylor got her hustling. But she also has her pregame meal set. Like she told me she eats chicken sandwich.
That's right.
She's got a chicken sandwich. So, hey, if the girls need that chicken sandwich, or some of them eat McDonald's or whatever, all that is just getting past their nerves to the game. That's just their pregame routine. And if that's what they need to do, that's what we need to do.
Right.
Yeah.
That's great. So are there any planned team bonding activities outside of practice and games?
Well, this has been my downfall because I have been so super focused on skills that I've kind of let team bonding slide, and it shows this year. It really does show this year. But after the season, we're doing a pink out, a tournament, a powder puff pink out, and we're going to raise money for Hunter Hayes and New Site.
Yeah.
So we're going to invite the community to come out there and watch the girls coach boys. So the boys will be playing, our girls will be coaching them. And it's just a fundraiser. It's a fun way for the girls to kind of give back in the community.
Great.
The second thing we're going to be doing is called a Turkey Bowl. It's a flag football tournament. And we're going to be running that one. It is so much fun. This is something I brought in from Florida that my kids just went wild over. It's 10-man teams. It has to have 2 girls, 4 down touchdown. Let me tell you, these kids are going to go ballistic over it. But what we do is the money we raise from that, we're going to buy toys for needy kids in the community.
All right.
So if you have someone that you know of that needs some toys for Christmas or something, they need to let me know so we can take care of them. Or an organization. In Panama City, we had a guy that did Step the Bus. And I don't know if that's here, but we're looking for a way to. The girls got to learn that, yes, they're being successful, that you can always turn around and help the next person up.
Right.
Someone's always got it worse than you do. And it's okay to raise money and help somebody else.
Amen. That's great. That's great. So, is that, what did you call that earlier? Is it powder puff or?
We're doing the pink out powder puff where the boys play volleyball.
Okay.
And the girls coach them. And that's going to be in October. That's during homecoming week, Tuesday the 22nd. And then the Friday before we get out of Thanksgiving will be the Turkey Bowl.
Turkey Bowl.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, it's so much fun.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, and
That's
we turn
great.
it, and we'll have 4 fields going on the practice football field, and it's just great fun for the whole community to
That's
come watch.
great.
Hey, them girls get onto it. I mean,
I bet.
Yeah, they have to run a play. They have to touch the football, out of the 4 downs, and it is fantastic.
That's good. I
Yeah,
can't
double
wait.
elimination in a tournament. Oh, it is so
I
much
can't
fun.
wait.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
But team bonding, they're going to have a sleepover at your house.
Hey!
All 21 of them.
Oh, my. I can put them out in the yard.
There you go. They probably won't like that.
So, Coach, how can parents support the team and coaching staff effectively?
If they will let me criticize and correct their athlete, I need them to be the positive reinforcement.
Yes.
Just to keep tell them to hang in there. You can do this. They can do this. I wouldn't have put them on the team if I didn't believe in my heart they were going to be successful athletes. Parents are doing a great job coming and working the concession stand. Your wife has been instrumental in getting that going and running that, and that just adds money into our account.
Yeah,
it's an easy fundraiser, and everybody does their part. They never miss their kid playing, that kind of stuff.
That's great.
Lindsay Riddle has been fantastic. They've bought 2 pregame meals already. When we travel far out, we don't get back in time for dinner, so her and her husband have been just fantastic about donating meals. Yeah, Lindsay was it? Lindsay Riddle. Yeah, Lindsay and Bradley. Yes,
yeah,
yes,
that's right. Yeah,
yeah, they have been fantastic. But we never turn away support. Like,
that's
if
great.
you want to do something, let me know. But I think I just put out. We need old sheets. The old sheets we drape over the net, and they can't see the ball coming. They just have to react.
Hey,
so it's a fun.
Really
it's
cool.
a fun day. Yes,
I like that. That's ingenious. All right.
Yeah, we trying to change it up on the girls. So we've been going since May.
Yeah.
So I got to keep it. I got to keep it sharp. I got to keep it. Got to keep it
great.
fresh.
That's great. So one last question.
Okay.
What inspired you to coach volleyball, and what experiences have shaped your coaching philosophy?
I started way back in the 90s. That's how old I am. Because they looked around and said, "Hey, we need a volleyball coach." And I said, "Hey, I need the money." I needed the money because back then it was hard to get a job.
Right.
And then so I kind of used being, I was an athlete in high school. So I was like, I can do this. So I came through middle school, coaching middle school girls. And then eventually I moved up to high school and just I really loved volleyball. And then I did like the paperwork for softball. My husband was always the coach, but I just did the administrative part, that kind of stuff. But any kind of sport, I did boys track. I love boys track. Yeah. But sports to me just teaches so many life lessons.
It does.
That every kid needs to be a part of, and they need to learn this. Philosophy wise, I don't really know what has really shaped just life lessons from what I learned from the kids, because the kids are teaching me. Yeah. They're teaching me as much as I teach them.
That's
so it's kind of ebb and flow.
Right.
You teach me, I teach you. Yeah.
Well, Coach, we are so glad you are here. You and your husband both. Y'all are doing such a phenomenal job. You can tell that y'all really love the children, and watching y'all instill the positivity in the kids it's just great. And we know that good things are coming for Dadeville High School and their sports. I feel it. I feel the Lord moving in this community, in the surrounding communities, and y'all are a big part of that.
Well, thank you. We feel blessed to landed here. We have family in Alabama, and my son-in-law got a job at Dadeville and then ended up on the football staff. And then so that's how we got introduced to Dadeville.
That's great.
And we've been driving around for a year going, oh, this town is fantastic.
Gym, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I pestered Dr. Cochran for a year, like, give me a job, give me a job, give me a job, give me a job. You want I teach science, give me a job. I teach driver's ed.
That's
and
great.
He just laughed. But finally a position came open, and that's how I got my foot in the door.
That's great.
Yes.
Well, we are so glad you're here, and thank you for spending time and answering some questions.
Yes,
for us
thank you. And I love the way this community has just embraced me with open arms. That's fantastic.
You got anything to say? Say it to Dadeville Tiger Nation right quick.
Hey, don't turn your head away from this volleyball team. Good things are coming, and I hope to see you October 2nd, senior night.
All right.
Pink out.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Are you looking to beautify your property? Look no further than Jackson's Gap Clay and Gravel Company, owned by Bradley Riddle. We offer top quality dirt work, gravel services, and more to help enhance the look and functionality of your outdoor space. Whether you need materials for a landscaping project or are looking to create a new driveway, our team has got you covered. Contact us today to learn more about how Bradley and his team can help bring your vision to life. Go Tigers!
All right, welcome back, everybody. We are here at Miller's on Broadnax, and this segment is brought to you by Russell Do-It Center here in Dadeville. Josh, any home improvement needs that you might have, go see them. Go see those guys at Russell Do-It Center, and if you're building a house, go see Brett Boone over there. He'll get you fixed up with some lumber and everything you need.
Booney will hook you up.
Booney will hook you up. That's right. So go see those guys. And so, Josh, it's rivalry.
That's hard, man.
Yeah. So, Josh, it is rivalry week.
There you go.
I cannot say that word. So, we got Reeltown this week.
Right.
So, this goes back, the Battle of 49. This goes back a long time, back when you and I were playing football. It's a big game.
I think the first time was 1972.
1972.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was 1972. I know, or they hadn't played for a long time before that. And that would have been my dad's senior year in '72, and I think it's been a tradition every year since then. We used to play on Thursday nights, and you know, just always a good. It was kind of a friendly rivalry too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Battle of 49, but it's gotten heated in the years past.
Now, we used to play on the first game of the season on a Thursday night.
It was.
Okay,
That's right.
Yeah. It's changed a little bit since then. So,
well, here the past few years, Reeltown had actually moved up to 3A in our region at one point. So that kind of changed it up a little bit and put it in a region play. And I think it kind of got lost in the mix there for a minute. And so maybe that old tradition, the first game of the season and on that Thursday, will be kind of rekindled here before long.
Yeah, I hope so too. Well, let's talk about that game. Looking at Reeltown, really strong team. I think they've lost one game this year. First game of the year against TR Miller, which is a powerhouse of a football program.
Yeah. What are they, at 4A?
I think that's right. So great opponent there, but really good football team. Got really good size up front, really big and physical up front. So we gotta come out.
When it in Reeltown, big and physical.
Right. So they got a good team. They got good skill players, really good skill players, and so we got to go out and we got to play our best game year to date.
Right. I agree. You know, I know we talked about it on the last show. You know, just looking back at Randolph County and how big they were up front, and I think Reeltown it looks a little similar to them. I don't think they're as big as Randolph County, but they're like you say, and they're big and physical too. So.
Yeah, they are. And like I said, Randolph County, I think every guy they had was big and physical.
It was.
And could really get down the hill fast.
Right.
So our guys got a tall task, but they're up for it. And our guys have had an off week, get some guys healed up. Like you said last week, get some extra reps.
That's
so
right.
I'm really looking forward on how we come out on this game. I think it's really important that we don't come out flat.
Right.
You know, you hear every coach talk about on a bye week, you don't want to come out flat because you lose that rhythm each week. So I think that's important to come out and maybe get ahead of the chains early in the game, move the football, and see what we can do.
Well, I think that's one of the parts that's been kind of lacking in our past few games is we just hadn't been able to move the ball effectively. We've had some big plays and we've scored some points. But I'm still looking for that consistent mesh, you know, and I know the coaches are too, and they're coaching them up. And have you heard that we've moved any personnel around this week or anything like that?
I haven't heard of anything like that this week, so I think it's just business as usual.
Right,
this week.
right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still looking forward to it, man. You know, in a rivalry, you know, I said it. You know, you never can tell a lot of times. You know, sometimes you know, you think you got the better team, but you know, emotion's a big part of the game too.
That's right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm hoping that our guys can be emotionally stable and ready to go, and physically, I know they're ready to go physically.
Yeah.
You know, because I believe all their preparation this year has really is really going to pay off down the season. They're still getting stronger.
Yeah.
You know, so as you know, Matt
Coach
earlier,
Eric, yeah,
Matt earlier
yeah.
talked about they're still gaining weight.
Yeah.
So it's really good. You know, so
that's right, and it's crucial that you do that. That you get stronger, you get
That's right.
faster. So I'm like you. I'm looking forward to it. I think our guys are up for it, and you just never know what can happen.
That's right.
You come out and with a lot of energy. So
that's right. We're down there in the pasture this year.
That's right.
You know, so it's been what, 3 years since we've played?
Something like that. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's
been a while.
So it is nice to rekindle this. I feel like it's time, and I'm hoping that we're on top this year, baby.
I do too. You know, it's a good rivalry, and it's fun. I think I just got a picture a while ago. Somebody has put a blue bow on my mailbox.
Oh,
I know who you are, Mr. Brad.
Oh my God!
So it's fun. It's fun.
Matter of fact, I saw him and Lindy just leaving. So
that's right. That's right. So, but it's fun. That's what it's about. And I know there's been some smack talk, but and that's good, you know.
Right.
And I hope we have an injury-free game.
I do.
And I hope to see both sides compete at a high level. And that's all you can ask.
That's right. That's right.
Well, thank you all so much for joining us tonight, and we'll be back next week to recap the game. I hope we'll come out on top.
There was some positives.
There
we
you
can
go.
talk about it.
But
Big
hey,
W.
one thing I want to say, Josh, is the bullseye is not on our back.
That's right.
It is on Real Town.
That's
so
right.
I hope our guys go out, play loose, and get after it.
They ain't got nothing to lose,
That's
do they?
right.
That's
right.
right.
That's
Get
right.
after it.
So thank y'all so much, and we'll see you next week. Go
Go
Tigers.
Tigers.